Thomas had always been a man of routine, a night shift nurse at Pine Ridge Hospital. But his quiet nights were disrupted when he began noticing a small lynx kitten appearing at the hospital entrance as darkness fell. The kitten would stay all night, its amber eyes fixed on the doors, only to vanish at dawn. This mysterious ritual became Thomas's personal enigma, a puzzle that gnawed at him during his quiet hours. On the sixth night, a fierce snowstorm hit Pine Ridge. Thomas arrived at the hospital with a makeshift shelter he had crafted from a storage container, insulated to keep the cold at bay. The kitten was already there, its fur dusted with snow, looking more vulnerable than ever. "You can't stay out here like this," Thomas murmured, settling the shelter nearby. "I don't know why you're here, but I won't let you freeze." To his relief, the kitten cautiously investigated the shelter and eventually curled up inside. Thomas watched from a distance, his heart heavy with questions. Later, as he left the hospital, he nearly collided with Sarah Jensen, a fellow nurse. "Sorry," he muttered, his eyes still fixed on the shelter. Sarah followed his gaze. "Is that a lynx?" she asked incredulously. Thomas nodded. "A kitten. He's been here every night for almost a week." Sarah frowned. "That's strange. Wild animals don't usually do that without a reason." Thomas agreed. "There's something almost purposeful about it. I think he's waiting for someone." Over the next few nights, Thomas began calling the kitten Max, though he couldn't explain why the name felt so fitting. Max would patiently wait, his eyes never leaving the hospital doors. Thomas started arriving early for his shifts to spend time with the kitten, bringing food and observing his behavior. One evening, Thomas noticed an elderly woman kneeling by the shelter, speaking softly to Max. "Excuse me," Thomas said gently, not wanting to startle either of them. "I should warn you, that's a wild animal." The woman turned, her weathered face marked by sorrow and kindness. Her voice was hoarse when she spoke. "I know who he is," she whispered. "His name is Edward.